Why is it all the time when you get on a plane, when someone passes gas, it always smells the same? Seriously.
They go buy your cassettes, and then later, 30 minutes later, we're the devil. They're going to have a record burning in the back.
Live from Lakeland, Florida, it's the Jeff Adams Show. Starring Jeff Adams.
You can't get more Alabama than that, man. What was up with that?
Oh, now he hung up on you, dude.
It doesn't mean you give up. It means you carry on. If it's really a passion in your heart, you're going to continue to do it because you love to do it.
Jeff has a serious bathroom phobia.
Yeah, even my own kids, my son.
It's because you've got all that negative energy around your bathroom phobia. Like, it attracts bad scenes. You know what I mean?
I don't make this stuff up. I don't make it up.
You're listening to The Jeff Adams Show. The Jeff Adams Show is sponsored by...
A family unit is the unit that builds up a person's personality. How you behave and what you become in life is very much dependent on your family life. At Embraced by Grace, we believe your family should come first. Children who have a sound family background and who belong to a family with strong family ties are almost always happier. Thus, one cannot deny the importance of family life. Allow Embraced by Grace to show you and your family the way to a brighter future today. Visit us online at embracedbygrace.org and start growing your happy family today.
Sean hasn't discovered Audible.com yet. He uses his smartphone mostly for social media, where he's become quite skilled in abbreviated communicating. Sean thought this skill would be good to demonstrate to a potential employer who inquired about his spare time. OMG, I totes heart soch meet. Hire me, lols. Don't be like unemployed Sean. Use your smartphone smarter. Try one of the hundreds of thousands of titles at Audible.com, an Amazon company.
The Jeff Adams Show is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/The Jeff Adams Show. Over 150,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Yes. And yes. Welcome to the Jeff Adams Show. It's a Monday. Whee! Yes, sir. It's a Monday. You can feel it. It's in the air. As Tarzan sings, right? That was a little reference from the pre-show.
Phil Collins singing.
Yeah,
in and around Tarzan.
Yeah, Kris said, is this the Tarzan? Talking about Phil Collins. Is this the Tarzan? He had to put, is this the Tarzan? I didn't know Tarzan did records. But anyways, we're here. I'm Jeff Adams, JeffAdamsShow.tv, and happy to be here for crying out loud. Let me go around the room. And once again, it's a Monday full of BO, no perfume.
No perfume.
That's right. Going to center, Hank the Tank Taylor. What's going on?
Jeff, good to be here. My headphones are a little bit. Let's fix this. There we go. They were sitting a little front heavy. But good to be here on a Monday. Haven't ever done a Monday with you yet, so this will be my first Monday.
A little Monday. We got Krahe in the house. That's what I call him now, Krahe.
I like it. You're not the first person to call me that, but the one that I feel the most affection coming from.
Krahe. Denny Krahe.
Yes, sir.
Krahe.
Yes.
Krahe.
These runs. You're going to have to change your Twitter handle to Krahe.
We'll think about that.
All right. And then producer the show, we got RC Kris, which is his Twitter handle. Cruising with Kris is gone now.
It is gone. Cruz took it.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So it was a good idea.
Yeah, no.
It was an awesome idea. Our future president took it. So thanks, Jeff. Appreciate that.
Yeah, whatever. Well, anyways, good news. I got really excited Friday night. Because in this land of, we talked about podcasting a few weeks ago, and that went over like a lead balloon.
We talked about that? I don't even remember.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about it. But, I've been in this land called Podomatic for a while. And, I guess, doing one show a week was, we were always staying in the 200 realm, but they claim they have 2 million podcasts on Podomatic. And we actually, we made a huge jump in the comedy section. I mean, it was unreal. We jumped to 89 from 241.
Wow. That's quite a jump.
That's pretty good.
That is like, pretty huge. I gauge with 2 million podcasts in that system, that's a big deal. I mean, if we can get in the
huge
top
jump, yeah.
And I saw some of the shows in the top 20 in comedy, and I'm like, we can get them.
We can get them?
We can get them.
So this week is work week.
I did some homework, and all it takes is content. Content's king.
Who's up in the top 20? Because I know a lot of times, you got stand-up comedians, things like that with big audiences. It can be tough to jump. But
well, a lot of them were just no-name shows like this show. I mean, that's why I think there's this. There was no Adam Carolla there.
Wow.
So I guess Adam Carolla doesn't upload.
He's off the charts then. Yeah.
Or there was what's his face? It's a guy that does a big podcast. It's a comedian, Joe Rogan. He was there.
Joe Rogan's
of course,
podcast
he's top 10.
Yeah. Joe Rogan's podcast is very well known.
But I think we can do it. And the funny thing is, I don't know. Andrew Zarian from the GFQ network. He's got a live network that he does. But he posted something in one of the forums about Howard Stern. I should have pulled the clip. But the guy asked him, called in and said, what do you think about podcasting? And Howard Stern went off. He thinks it's a joke.
I saw the headline. I didn't read the article or hear the soundbite, but I saw the headline and kind of made me
do live shows.
Yeah, he's saying basically go to a AM small market, pay your dues, learn how radio works. Mm-hmm. But the reality is, Howard Stern, love him, but you're losing your mind. You're losing your cotton picking mind. Go out with dignity, Howard Stern, because, I just lost all respect for you. I mean, I thought you've got some common sense, but you don't. Because here's why, Howard Stern. It's not the 1970s trying to break in radio. For you to break in radio, Howard Stern, these days, you have to go pay money. They don't hire you. They don't hire you. They go, pay us money per week, and you can be on our station. They don't hire people off the streets like you got the opportunity to do, Howard Stern. But the reality of it is, podcasting and doing this type of stuff, you can hone in your craft and work on great content. New times, new era. And the thing with this advertisement thing with, terrestrial radio, you can't track how many people are listening to you on the radio. You might say we have a 2.5 million demographic, but who's listening?
Yeah, that's what you want
to know. With these shows, I'm getting mad now. With these shows, you have the ability to track every little person that listens to your show if you know what you're doing. End of discussion. Howard Stern, you're losing your mind.
I agree.
You're still great, but you're losing your friggin' mind. And guess what, Howard Stern? If you tried to make it in these times, I don't think you would even make it. If you were 20-something years old and you had to, what you just said, you wouldn't make it.
Yeah.
And that's what he's probably frustrated about, is because he sees where it's going and it's a different model. But
it's just different than what he's used to.
But he said that years ago about satellite radio, and guess where he's at now?
Mm-hmm. Satellite radio.
I think that you touched on it, and I think that you hit the nail on the head. I think that content is king, regardless of the medium. I think that if you look at, the traditional radio markets, I mean, those markets are great, and there's a lot of money to be had in those, but everything is moving online. Even if you look at television, which everyone said nobody was going to be able to touch television forever, you look at television and those the content is still the same, but the medium is slowly shifting to just being online. If you look at
on demand,
the popularity of Netflix and things like that, you have series and shows that are being produced solely for online mediums, and you could argue that they do better than shows that are in traditional cable television.
Reality of it is, I mean, Krahe, you do a podcast, so you understand this. We're doing this live thing. Our audience on the live thing is not out the roof. We're lucky, with all the mediums in together, we probably get like 150, 140 people that listen to this thing live or watch it, right?
And or #blessed.
Yeah, but we get great demand. Yeah, #blessed. But we get a lot of stuff on demand. Demand's where it's going. And I'm not trying to start not trying to start a war try to get, attention from Howard Stern. I'm not trying to do that.
Okay.
Because Howard Stern will win. He will eat me for lunch and spit me out in diarrhea all over the place and says, Jeff Adams, who's just Jeff Adams? I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is I have an opinion. And my opinion matters because, quite frankly, you're just not getting it. And maybe, I hope this guy doesn't go out, losing his cotton-picking mind because he's such a great talent. And for him to say like that, what he said, I mean, you guys got to go back and listen to that little clip because you'll go, what? Especially, Krahe, you're doing podcasting.
Mm-hmm.
He just disrespected every podcaster under the face of the planet.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, a little bit, and again, I haven't listened to it, so I don't know the exact context and exactly what he said. There are a lot of bad podcasts.
Oh, there's 99.5% are bad podcasts. I get put to sleep.
Yeah, mine was probably in that 99.5 for a while. Hopefully, I'm starting to crawl out of it. But you're in it long enough, you kind of learn. Either learn or you stop doing it because it's bad.
I mean, and that's kind of that's part of the whole debate that, exists in the world of communication is, by, the technology to do shows and for people to be able to put themselves out there has become so readily available that almost anyone can do it. And, do you discredit all of it because of, the least common denominator? Just because 95% of the shows are bad, does that discredit the 5% that are actually putting in time, putting in effort to make their shows really successful? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And gosh darn it, if you think this show is horrible, don't watch or listen. I don't care. I don't care.
And it goes
I don't care either.
I'm all revved up now.
On the record, I don't care.
But it goes for all media too, because I mean, how easy is it to start a blog and start just writing and putting your voice out there? And
Exactly,
a lot of blogs are terrible.
Yeah, there's so many,
but there's
blogs
some that are great.
terrible.
And YouTube and now podcasting and I mean everything. Like it's never been easier to get your voice out there and let your opinion be heard and take a stand for something. And a lot of people are doing it. A lot of people aren't good at it, but those that stick with it are going to get better and going to have that voice and take it to the next level.
It's the whole argument is, would you rather have, just a select few that, have a really high quality control, or would you rather have a huge variety and maybe sacrifice a little bit of quality over time, but you still have, the few that set themselves apart and go the distance?
Well, anyways, my point was, I don't know why I went off on that tangent. But congratulations to everybody involved here at the Jeff Adams Show. That's huge. I thought that was a big thing. I looked at, bigger than the Billboard charts for music, for crying out loud. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
2 million podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Out of 2 million podcasts, we landed 89 in comedy. And we were only doing this thing for a week. We didn't do a week. We did 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So if we do 5 days this week, where are we going to end up?
Who knows?
Who knows, man?
Maybe back to 246. Who knows? Maybe it was just a good week. But anyways, tonight I'm going to see Fleetwood Mac.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
In Orlando.
That'll be cool.
No, they're at the I call it TD Waterhouse. Is that what it's called? Amway. All right, because they changed the name. TD Waterhouse, Amway, But I'm not really a big Fleetwood Mac fan. My wife is. I never really got into them, so I don't know what to expect tonight.
They're a unique style. You have to, it's an acquired taste.
I guess.
Yeah. No, it is.
I'm going to have to acquire some adult beverages or something. I'm not familiar with some of the songs. I told my wife, give me a playlist, give me the notes. I mean, I've heard a lot of their songs because she played them on the boat or whatever, but I don't know. Well, hopefully I'll walk away like, hey, I appreciate this. I'm a fan.
I get a feeling it'll be one of those where you'll start hearing stuff and be like, oh, okay, yeah, this is Fleetwood Mac too. And oh, yeah, they did this song
Well, yeah,
too.
I know that, but I never have been like, I never owned a Fleetwood Mac record in my life. My wife has. I haven't. It just wasn't.
It was her idea to go.
I know what? It's our wedding anniversary on the 24th. So
Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
I brought it up. I go, hey, this would be. And she always said, I want to see Fleetwood Mac. She never saw him. And
While they're in the neighborhood, you got to go.
Yeah, so that's what we did. We got the tickets and decided to celebrate that way. So, yeah, Fleetwood Mac.
Have fun.
Yeah, it should be fun. So, anyways, this is number 56. We're titling this show "Back to the Future" because I got to go back and tell Howard Stern what's up.
Yeah. Go tell. What would you tell Howard
Man,
Stern
I don't like saying
about the world of communication?
I feel bad talking about Howard Stern, but I guess I can. I mean, he's not going to know I said anything.
He won't be losing any sleep, I don't think.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I guess I can all day long because he's never going to know.
He won't know until the MVT over there tweets to him. It's like, hey, at Howard Stern.
Hey, check this out.
This guy called you out.
then he'll block our internet and we'll never be able to broadcast ever again. Have you heard this show? It's absolutely horrible.
The tweet already got sent out, so we'll see if we
Are
can
you serious?
No.
Turd. You turd.
No.
What
Too
a
busy
turd.
doing other stuff.
Have you ever had one of those days that I was in church yesterday and I don't know. It's just little things just irritate me so bad.
Is this the grind your gears segment?
No. This is you guys would probably get annoyed too. You're at church, you think you want to be more like Christ. Well,
absolutely.
I struggled yesterday. And we got in a little bit late because stuff happened at the house with the kids. I don't even want to get in that story.
Over at HP?
Yeah, HP Naz. Actually, my wife bought my daughter and my son Marvin new clothes. And Jacob was staying the night over his cousin's house, our oldest. And they got into some brand new clothes. They got into markers and got marker all over their new shirts before church. 5 minutes before walking out the door. Oh, come on.
They say what grinds your gears.
So we got a little late. They had to change clothes. We got there, checked the kids in, and I think we hit the last song of worship, sit down, and mother-in-law was saving us seats, and I sit down next to this lady. God bless her, older lady. But I guess it's allergy season.
It is.
For a lot of people.
Last week I had one day that was really, really bad of it.
Just blow your freaking nose at the end of the day. If you're in public and you're like, but this lady she just didn't do. She wasn't doing. She was like every 3 seconds. And I kid you not, the exact noise. And then Pastor Brett started preaching and I just heard. And I'm just like, I moved over close to my wife. I was losing my mind. And luckily towards the end, I had to go pee really bad. So I left. I couldn't take it anymore. I was still listening. I went to pee. And then this tech guy who works at the church, he's leaving. He grabbed me and goes, "Hey, man, what's going on?" And so by the time church was over, I got done talking with him. It was over. But God bless her soul. She, that was absolutely.
God bless her nasal cavities, too, I guess.
Oh, my
Apparently
gosh.
she's having some struggles.
It was horrible. Then this morning, I don't know if you guys know about this. At our elementary school is you drop off the kids. There's 2 lanes.
Is it the elementary school that's right over there by HP Naz?
No, it's Valley View. This is a different one.
Okay.
So there's 2 lanes, and then they merge into one. Now, I've had a run-in with this guy before. Today was one of those days where, no, my friend.
This guy.
You're not getting rid of it. I mean, you're not getting away with this whatsoever. So you merge in. You're at that point. And there's the thing. There's a rhyme, the reason. You wait. If this car went first,
you come behind. You
the
follow
right
suit.
hand goes behind.
It's like a zipper.
Yeah. Well, this guy, he did this to me before. He literally cut me off. Wasn't his turn to merge into the one way. Guess what? Not today, my friend. And my kids are panicking because I made sure this guy wasn't cutting me off. I stopped my car. I pointed at him. I'm like, "What's your problem?" Courtesy, man.
Yeah,
It's my turn to go. It's not your turn to go. And he just looked at me all evil like.
Like what? Can you show me?
No. I mean, I'm not going to stereotype people at all. So I'm just saying it's people. All right?
People.
Yes. We'll leave it at that. But I had good therapy. I called my wife immediately because I was mad. And I just told my wife. And after that, I felt better. But I hate when that stuff happens.
Yeah.
People just ruin your day doing the wrong things. Bad attitudes. Not my fault. Not my fault driving that.
Exactly.
It's your fault.
Exactly. But, on the flip side, you shouldn't let little things like that ruin your whole entire day. You still have this show to do. Hang out with us.
Yeah, and these podcasters on Facebook, too, they'll ruin your day, too. What's the point of having these?
Who ruins your day?
No, what's the point of having these stupid forums? Like, there's podcast this, there's broadcasting this, there's podcasting this, and all it is, you can't post anything about what you're doing because it's a violation of the chat room. So I get all revved up. I'm like, what's the point of this room? It's a podcast room. You're supposed to be talking about podcasting, but you ask the stupidest questions.
Like, can you give us an example, a working example?
Well, I know you don't want to be spammed of everybody doing their show all the time.
Right. You don't want everybody posting their episodes up all the time. Be like, "Hey, check out my episode."
And there's plenty of people that would do
what?
that.
Maybe Howard Stern is right now.
Our apologies to Howard Stern. Chris, you might want to update your tweet.
Yeah, I apologize to Howard. He was right. I was wrong.
Already sent.
Okay. But these guys, they get. I posted a review for Broadcast Beat, trying to help podcasters out on this great backbone phone system that they've given us to use to take phone calls, and people saying I'm spamming the room. I'm like, for crying out loud!
I'm trying to help you out.
What can you possibly post in here? It's just it just drives me nuts. I hate these freaking rooms. I'm getting out of every single one of them. Screw them. I hate them.
Do you ever try Reddit?
I'm not trying any stupid Facebook for. I don't know what Reddit is. What is Reddit?
Reddit? You don't know what Reddit is?
Is that a different form?
No.
Yes.
Is it on Facebook?
It's not on Facebook.
Okay, then why did you talk? I'm talking about Facebook right now. I'm talking about the forum.
I'm trying to, this is my, style of leadership. When I see that you have a problem, I like to offer an alternative solution.
There's no alternative. There's never an alternative.
Facebook
Hank.
is king?
No, it's not. It's the devil. That's what it is. Stupid podcasters room. You guys can stick it. Stick it, podcasters. Just stick it. Because I don't care. I'm not playing your stupid games anymore. You can go whine to yourselves and complain and saying, flag this guy, flag that guy. Guess what? Flag yourself. No. Give yourself the middle finger while you're at it. Because I'm done with all of them. I'm done. You try to start a community of having community with people, and they just don't want to hear it. There's always these bad seeds, and they're the worst podcasters that are causing all the havoc.
Exactly. You know what? Maybe you should start a room, and you could live by your own rules, and you could flag all the people that are annoying to you.
Where we have a room.
Well, they would never say anything, because if I had control of the room, they'd post to their podcast. Here's my podcast this week. I'm like, never mind. I wouldn't. I would make it wouldn't be good. Oh, we got a caller?
We do.
All right. Let's pot it up. Hey, I think this is Matt Baxter. Matt? Is this you?
Hey, how's it going, man?
How's it going out there in the woods, brother?
Good.
Good? I
haven't seen any Bigfoot yet, but I'll think about it.
Hey, Matt, how's it going? It's Hank.
Good.
He doesn't like you, Hank, anymore. The truth came out. He said something to the fact, he says, your grandpa and grandma, how are they? I go, Matt, they're dead.
That's the...
Yeah, and Matt goes, those guys, I'm going to get them. That's his words.
But you were just, I'm not trying to throw anybody under, but you were just as involved.
I was not involved. I was en route.
That is true. He wasn't right.
I mean, you did call. You did call and contribute.
I called at the end of the show. But man, so no Bigfoot, Matt, huh? Matt?
No Bigfoot so far.
No sightings, no anything like that?
Are you looking for Bigfoot?
What's that, Matt?
Well, there's bears out here.
Did you see a bear? Did you play with any...
Once in a while I do.
Did you play with any bear droppings? Heard they look like they look like raisinets. Don't confuse them.
Yep.
Are you looking for Bigfoot, Matt? Is that what you're up to right now?
Matt, tell them about what tell them what we ran into on Saturday.
What did you run into on Saturday, Matt? I really want to hear about it.
Tell them about our day, Matt.
It was all right. We went to Mount Dora, not very much there. But at the Feta restaurant, I ran into people who go to my other church.
You have two?
What's the name of that church, Matt?
The Barn.
It's just a barn.
It's called the Barn Church?
He showed me where the barn church is at.
That sounds like an awesome church. I would go.
And it's just a barn.
I would go.
Full of cows and horses.
I'd still go. You haven't got me off of it.
Then, Matt, did you have a good time at your brother's house, too?
Not really. It was boring.
Oh. You better not tell him that. He won't be inviting you for Thanksgiving anymore.
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah, really.
Well, let us know. Thanks for calling in. Let us know if you see any UFOs or Bigfoot.
All right.
Have you ever seen anything in the sky before?
Not a problem.
Have you seen anything in the sky before?
No, that was the first time.
What
was the first time?
You're supposed to give us the story first.
Wait a minute.
And then
you mean to tell me you saw something in the sky?
Yes, I told you I saw something in the sky that night that my mom and I were down the horse pasture.
What did you see, Matt?
It was this green big thing, and it went like flying right over our heads real quick.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Was it a flashlight?
No, it's not a flashlight.
Or was it? Explain to me this, because most people
I don't know. It looked like a giant meat.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Describe what it looked like. Describe what it looked like.
Well, it was green, all looking, and kind of glowing and flew across real quick.
That is bizarre, man.
Maybe it was a glow-in-the-dark frisbee.
That is bizarre.
Was it July 4th?
No, this was a while back. A while back.
Well, Matt,
light up frisbee. I'm going light up frisbee.
Matt, I'm looking forward to the day when you're going to come into the show in the summer. You're going to come in and do the show, right?
Absolutely.
I love that freaking lootly there.
I love the freaking lootly too.
Yes.
Well, Matt, it was great seeing you, man. We had some fun talking, didn't we?
Yeah, we did, man.
Good to hear from you, Matt. No hard feelings, right?
Matt said he's going to slap you.
No hard feelings at all.
Oh, see, he just said no hard feelings at all, so that's weird.
Matt forgives. Matt's a good guy.
Good guy.
Good guy, Matt. Someone make that a meme. Good guy, Matt.
All right, it looks like we got a call from Minnesota. Let's see what's going on in Minnesota.
The great white north.
Still 40 degrees. Hey, you're on the Jeff Adams Show. Who's this?
This is Dags. How are you, Jeff?
Oh, my gosh. Dags. I was just talking about podcasting. Wow.
I think that's why he called.
Yes, the most powerful podcast ever created, the Amish Baby Machine podcast.
I would have to agree with that.
I'm in an undisclosed location, 100 feet below frozen tundra.
I have to agree that's probably. I listened to, on my way to my parents' house, I was listening to that. Did you get my reference about your co-host Jeff sounding like Dan Aykroyd?
He does. It's uncanny.
It's crazy.
He should be an X-Men. He's so uncanny.
I know.
So your question was, if
yeah,
I could go back in time and tell myself what I would do?
Yeah.
Here, I got a tip for you kids. Do not open your Christmas presents.
That's a good one.
You know all those toys you got, the Star Wars action figures?
Yeah.
If you don't open them, apparently the nerds like toys unplayed with, still in the box.
That's true.
They'll be worth $1 billion.
Say that one more time. How much?
$1 billion.
I mean, and technically, you could still play with them inside the package. It's just not as like it's just
effectively.
Not as,
hey, Dax.
Yeah, not as effectively, and it's not as low. It's not as like it doesn't have as much of a low form factor to it.
Hey, Dax,
but you can still play with it.
Let me ask you a question. All right, did you hear that thing Howard Stern said about podcasting?
What did he say?
Oh, he just said it was people are untalented hacks and it's not worth your time. And he was telling people, instead of podcasting, go down to a regular radio station and work your way through. And I just went off on a rant at the beginning of the show about it, but basically ragging podcasters.
Who is Howard Stern, by the way?
You should know who Howard Stern is. Come on. But you're really Amish, aren't you?
You know.
He's Amish, aren't you? You're really Amish?
Yeah, we don't we don't get the technologies.
But you're really Amish, right? Are you really Amish?
I may or may not be Amish.
Did you ever leave the household and party hard? Your early 20s?
But
so
apparently you do have a wonderful Amish beard, Jeff Adams.
Amish. But I have such a wonderful built-in yarmulke. Yarmulke.
I don't play the harmonica, but...
Yikes.
Oh, man. So what do you think about all these... do you listen to a lot of podcast tags?
I do.
And what do you... I mean, obviously, if you're listening to the same ones over, you've got to like the ones that that you go back to. But what do you think? Do you think my percentage of 99.5% of most podcasts suck?
No, I feel it's people's voice, and I don't criticize the other podcasts.
But you have to be.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Everyone has a voice. It's kind of like a YouTube channel. You don't. I always think creating is important. Creating.
Yeah.
And everyone can troll on creations, but I feel that if you create something, I try not to rip on it.
That's good. That's very good.
Because really the best podcast is the one that you can make right now. And if you don't choose to exercise that creative muscle and create something, then you're really missing out on the experience.
Yeah.
The best one you can make is the one you can make
Sure.
right now.
Podcasts are kind of like punk music. After the 70s, all the music was overproduced, and then we're just back to the roots, raw music. So podcasting is kind of like punk radio. It's just pure.
That's true.
Yeah. Dang deep.
I wish some of these shows, though, would be more like punk rock. Because some I try to listen to and I fall asleep.
Yeah.
Can't deal with it.
Well, I got to get out of here, guys. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
All right, man. All right. Dags from Amish Baby Machine. And you know what? You should check out his podcast.
You would refer that podcast?
Yeah, they do like pop culture. They do pop culture. The guy's sharp. He knows like anything pop culture. Dags, he will win hands down. You try to challenge him in anything, he'll know the history behind what and why it happened, and it's crazy.
I will add that to my list of podcasts to check out.
They say some choice words sometimes, but who doesn't? So, we got another call? All right, it sounds like it.
Phones are ringing off the hook today.
We're breaking all kinds of records.
So, if you go back to the future and tell yourself something when you were younger, Krahe, what would that be?
I like the not taking things out of the box, like baseball cards and stuff like that. Like just keeping them. Gosh, I don't know. That's a deep Monday question, which is the theme of these Monday shows. I like it. I think that I'd probably tell myself just to not take everything so serious sometimes.
Right.
I think that we get so caught up maybe in the here and now and just like making sure everything's perfect for today or perfect for tomorrow. And in the grand scheme of things, like perfect for today, a lot of times doesn't really matter.
Right.
So just keep it a little bit looser, like keep the long-term stuff in mind and working towards the big things that really do matter.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And letting some of the minutia go a little bit quicker. And get to that point of reference earlier in my life than maybe I have.
Yeah, that's good, man.
Kind of along the same line, I think I would tell myself just to not be in such a rush, like to stay in every moment, like live in every moment, like that moment is important and not be trying to rush on to the next thing or rush on to the next stage of life or rush on to the next thing, but just to stay invested and stay rooted where you are, wherever the Lord has you in that time of your life, just to stay there. Mm-hmm. That's what I would say.
That's good too. What about you, Chris? I threw,
Not paying attention at all, guys. I'm answering phones. What was the question?
If you could go back in time and tell you...
Oh, that question.
Yes.
I would tell myself not to get married so quickly.
That's kind of along the same line that we all kind of said already.
Yep.
All right. So I guess we got Matt back up on the phone?
He forgot to give you the answer of his questions.
Okay, here we go. Matt?
Yo, Jeff, how's it going, man?
Man, I haven't talked to you forever, man. What's going on?
Not much.
Man, when was the last time you called?
Just a few minutes ago.
Oh, yeah.
Funny.
Time flies.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So I guess you have a back in time question. If you could go back in time and tell the younger self, tell Matt Baxter something, what would you tell yourself?
I would absolutely love to have met you guys back then. Roger and you, absolutely. I mean,
but you did
that's
do
been
that.
Interesting.
So wait, I think you misunderstood the question. If you could go back in time and tell yourself something that was very, very important that you could change the course of history with, right? What would you tell yourself? Because you wouldn't want to go back in time and not meet me and Roger, right?
Right.
So what would you tell yourself? There's one thing that you could change.
be a better me, that's for sure.
That's a good one, Matt. Very good. And I would go back in time, Matt, and tell Daniel Witchrein not to leave you at Carpenter's Home Church during the Petra concert.
Yikes.
Oh, geez, yeah, that too.
Poor Matt. We talked about this on Saturday, but he was in this youth group, and Matt just ran off somewhere, and I guess he didn't make the head count, and our youth pastor drove all the way back to Tavares, Florida, and left Matt at Carpenter's Home Church. This is before cell phones.
Yeah.
And Matt was left behind, Kirk Cameron style.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what I would do, Matt. I'd fix that for you so that would never had happened. Right?
Yeah, I wish I had the cell phone back then, that's for sure.
All right. All right, Matt. Well, we got to get back to the show, man. Thanks for calling in.
Love you, Matt.
All right.
Matt.
See you, Matt.
Love you, Matt.
Matt for president.
Love you too, guys.
See ya.
Tomorrow.
All right. I love Matt Baxter.
Tomorrow already? He said he would talk to us tomorrow.
He's our faithful caller every day.
He's committed.
He has
Is
a
he more
contract.
faithful than Bubba Bo Beard right now?
He has a contract with us, so he has to obey by that contract.
Oh, okay.
Hey, we got to check the phone lines, too, because Dab said he couldn't hear very well, so I got to fix this line up a little bit. Okay.
I see what you did there. Got it.
I got it. If I could go back in time, what would I tell myself? I'd probably tell myself I was quite the basketball player. But I battled, I've talked about this before, I'm not ashamed to talk about it, but I battled with a speech impediment and dyslexia. And so I had interest from a Liberty University
Go Flames
basketball scout. And, he offered me Go Flames. We're not talking about, are they the Flames?
Yes, they are the Flames.
Liberty University, when did they change their name?
I don't know, but...
What was it before?
What was it before?
I don't remember. It was something with a horse.
It's been Flames ever since I know Liberty University.
I'll do some fact checking on the Liberty University basketball.
Maybe I'm just getting mixed up.
Maybe you are.
Dyslexia. So I would go back and tell myself, don't be scared to go and pursue that. Big time. That's what I would do. Not to say I have any regrets. I'm very happy where I went and learned a lot, in the music industry, but just what if? Because that one year they went to the dance, the 64, and they said I was probably going to play shooting guard. And I was like, wow, that would have been an experience.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's what I would change. Do you have any of those the Facebook clips? We asked this
I got
question,
both.
Chris. All right, let's pull up this Facebook quotes. Read a couple of those. We put the word out about if you go back in time and you can tell yourself, your younger self, something, what would that be? And any minute now, any minute, Bueller. Chris is like, you threw me off. All right, where are they at? Let's see.
The first one right there.
All right, Louise Simon Fontana says you would not even want to hear. Okay. Max said, be slower to speak, quicker to listen, and slower to get angry. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Gaines said, Apple stock. That's a great one.
That's a good one.
Apple stock is a good one.
Rich Brown says, stay in class, off the streets, don't screw up your football scholarship. Yeah, that sounds like me. But so it's for basketball. Then my younger self would have told me to shut up, old man. I'm going to do what I want to do.
That
Stupid
sounds
kid.
like typical teenager.
Yeah. Bubba Bo Beard, which his real name is Kevin. I have cherished the younger years of I would have cherished the younger years of my daughter and son more. I blinked and now they're both adults. Don't blink. Time passes fast. That's a good one,
That's
too.
a good one.
I've got an 8-month-old, so that one,
Yeah.
that one hits.
Sean Wesley, Sean's a good friend. His daughter's been battling with leukemia. She had a transplant. It's been successful, but she's been battling 2 years. Good guy, man. He says, I will tell the younger me to always keep family first. You never know what tomorrow will bring. Brian says, don't buy Philadelphia Eagle jerseys. Matthew says, the winning lottery numbers. That's a good one. Matt Siegel says, don't take yourself so seriously. Hey, my mom, Penny Adams, representing. I would spend as much time as possible with my family. Children grow up and parents die too quickly. That was a little jab at me. My mom did at me. No, I'm just kidding. I love my mom. Troy Vest, Not going to give the ball to Marshawn on their 1 yard line. Man, people are serious about
still talking about that. Still talking about that, I guess.
People are serious about the football.
Salty.
Yeah, Matthew Porter, good artistic friend of mine, directs films, and he says, looking good, younger me. Terry Weaver, a big speaker, preacher, doing a lot of big things. He says, spend more time making a life and care less about making a living. That's a good one.
That's a good quote right there.
Yeah, I like that.
Kay Lynch Adams, which is my aunt. Do all things you enjoy doing and don't save it to when you're retired because your spouse may not be there to share retirement with you, which is true because my Uncle Barry passed away a few years ago. Brooke Lamphere, she says, so true, Penny. Nicholas Pizza, his last name is Pizza. I know him. He's actually going to come in and do the show April 1st. He did the music conference out in Deltona. He says to put God first. That's a great one. Is that all of them for Facebook?
Yes, sir.
All right, what do we have for Twitter?
For Twitter,
I wish my last name was Pizza.
It's a cool name. He's got a whole
open up
logo and
every pizza shop.
And then Star Muhammad says, don't rely on others too often and don't trust people too much. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Be self-sufficient.
Yeah. What's the next one here? Everybody contributes to Jeff Adams Show. I'm going to get him on here.
Yeah. Any medium.
Take the roadie job, learn piano, and practice drums harder. Must be a musician. Jimbo. Any more?
Trying to make it big.
Yep.
What we got? Don't marry until you are 30. You changed so much in 10 years.
That is so true. That actually goes back to what I said.
And wait, that was Josh. I talked to him last night on private message. He does a beer podcast. I just checked it out. Really interesting show. I was like, that's a good show. All right, C.S. Cates, don't let fear guide your choices in life. That's a good one, too.
That's really good.
Is that all the Twitter?
And the last one.
Okay. Life is going to be kick A. Enjoy the ride. Dap, Fod Pod, Neil C.
The ...
Twitter handle. That's cool. Lots of perspectives. But you know what? Life is what it is. Right?
Right.
Yeah. It is what you make of it.
Exactly. I like not letting our choices be defined by fear because so many times we just stay, so many of the choices we don't make all go back to being afraid. And I think that, in our lives, we should walk with confidence and, be proud of the decisions that we're going to make.
Right.
Because you never know how that will affect your life, the opportunities that you'll get as a result of it. I mean, one decision can have a rippling effect on the rest of your life.
Just think of all the
Don't
mistakes.
miss out,
Yeah, all the mistakes you make along the way, you can help a lot. You can help other people.
Exactly.
So I'm trying to help you guys out.
Bingo.
I bring you in here and say, don't make the same mistakes I made. Because I am chained, bald and chained to this board. I can never leave.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm kidding.
So you're saying I should go out into a small AM market and work my way up into the
You
regular
should do that. You should buy a $8 microphone, plug it into your computer.
And talk.
Talk to yourself. Just talk.
I can do that.
You guys do got to hear that clip, though. It'll get you all riled up.
I'm sure it will.
All right. I'm not going to do break today because the audio is all jacked up.
All right.
No, it's my fault. I take responsibility for that.
Just remember, we do have a game today.
Oh, we do? Okay, well, let's get to these hear me outs real quick. I can't remember. I didn't monitor these things.
Yes, there is cursing.
All right, tell me the ones I should just play that are definite.
Just play the easy.
Because this is getting out of control.
Yeah, easy. Easy's a good one.
All right, I'm going to play easy.
Easy, yep.
Do it easy. Easy does it. For some reason, it's not playing.
It's not playing. Yeah, Easy will be with us hopefully next week. Trying to get that whole Israel, United States time packed down.
Hi to the Jeff Adams Show. If I could go back in time and change one thing, I'd probably go back 20 years and take all my life savings and just buy Apple stocks.
Boom. That's a good one.
And then you have cheddar.
Cheddar. I like the word cheddar.
I think the thing I would have told my younger self is two things. One, don't be so easy to listen to what other people feel you should do for yourself. Because if you don't do what you love or what you have interest in, it has a hard time working out. Secondly, don't take what people say so seriously about you, but use it to your advantage to put them in their place or as fuel to get you where you want to go. Those two things, knowing that would have changed a lot of decisions I made.
And that's awesome.
That's a good one. And then the last one, because it's funny.
Yeah.
Noe Cohagen.
Okay. Yeah, Cheddar. That's funny. She's multitasking there. She was at the mall
Yeah,
shopping.
she was.
In the background. All right, Noe. Here's Noe.
Hi, Jeff. Noe here. If I could go back in time, I would tell myself, don't do that stupid little flower tattoo on your back. I was 16, it was stupid, and I'm stuck with it for the rest of my life. I'm sure there's more who feel the same way.
Well, you see, and the reason I wanted you to pick that one is because of this, Jeff. And you tell me right here what you think about this tattoo.
Oh. Why?
He got this 4 years ago. That is his ex-girlfriend's name.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
And sadly, he might get fired because of that tattoo.
Or who's going to see it? Hopefully he doesn't have to pull his lip down during his job.
He broadcast it out to the world.
So. On Facebook?
Actually, he got interviewed by the local news.
Why didn't you do ISIS on your lip? I don't know. I hate the medical. All right, so none of these other ones are...
No, well, you have... most of them are doubles, like Ionic Phoenix, something like that.
Well, let's give them shout-outs. Let's see.
Yeah.
Ironic Prophet gave one.
Yep. Chera did like a bunch of them.
Mobile.
Yep, she did a bunch. GVS. If you're going to be on the show, you can't curse, buddy.
Yeah, we got in trouble for that. But it's all good. Thanks for your contributions.
Or who'd you get in trouble with?
Can't talk about it. That's why I got pulled out of the show last Wednesday.
Say no more.
Big Brother's watching.
Say no more. I won't press it, I promise.
Big Brother's watching. All right, what's the game show today?
And the game show is...
I need to redeem myself.
You guys need to redeem it, especially you, man, that you are totally sucking at this. So the game show today is...
Thanks, Chris. Love you too.
Back to the Future Trivia.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy.
And it's pretty simple. I picked the ones that I think are simple.
1.21 gigawatts.
We'll start with Denny, since he's the first one playing this game.
This is going to be bad.
We'll start with you. And what brand of vehicle was the truck that Marty wanted?
Ford.
Okay, hold on. You got two choices.
Oh,
Ford or Toyota?
Well, I'll go with Ford, yeah.
Okay. Let's go Hank.
Or I'll also go Ford.
And Jeff.
Toyota 4Runner. I think that's what it was.
And it's a Toyota 4Runner. We'll start with Jeff on this one. At the beginning of the movie, Doc told Marty that he'll be going how many years into the future? 15 or 25? Jeff?
Into the future?
Into the future.
And one.
In the first one?
In the first one.
Oh, the first one he said when he was going into the future at the end of the movie, right?
Yes, at the end of the movie.
25 years in the future. That's
all
what I
right.
say.
Hank?
It's 25.
And Denny?
I'll ride the 25 train.
It is the 25 train. We'll start with Hank.
Because it put them in 2015.
Yes.
Didn't it?
Yes.
This year.
Yes. Hank,
Yes,
what
sir.
store was located behind Doc and Marty at Twin Pines Mall? Macy's or JCPenney's?
JCPenney.
Denny?
I'll go Macy's.
It would be JCPenney's.
It is JCPenney's.
Boom.
Boom. You keeping track, right? Because
boom.
Yeah, I got like nothing.
All right, you got nothing.
Two.
I've got one.
Two.
I'm up one. All I know.
Yeah, Jeff is up one.
Jeff,
Yeah.
what two beverages did Marty try to order in the cafe in 1955? This is on the first movie.
Oh, God.
Pepsi and a tab or Coke and water?
I think it was, geez. Pepsi and a tab?
All right, Denny?
Yeah, I got to go Pepsi and a tab.
And Hank, I hope you're not cheating, bro.
I would never cheat, ever. Let's say Coke and water.
Pepsi in a tab.
I hate you.
Part 3. This is part 3. What was the top speed of the team of horses pulling the DeLorean? 24 or 34? Hank?
24 or 34?
Yes, sir.
Let's say 34.
34. Mr. Denny?
24.
And Jeff?
I got to stay with Hank so I can stay at 34.
24.
Hey, I did the safe bet there.
Wow.
Denny, in 2015, what sequel to Jaws was playing in the movie theaters?
Oh, boy.
19 or 5?
5.
Jeff?
19.
5.
19.
I will never win another one of these games.
Who
ever.
won? Let's go to
I actually know this one. I don't know. You don't even have to finish.
who won the series in 2015, Jeff?
It was
The Cubs and the Cubbies or Red and the Reddies?
It was the Cubs.
Wait a minute. This is from the movie?
Yes.
It was the Chicago Cubs.
Hang on. What was it?
Red and the Reddies or Cubs and the Cubbies?
That's not true. Because I believe in the movie they said it was the Marlins or something.
It was the second. It was the second movie.
Okay, it was the second movie. All
Yeah.
right. So what are my choices?
Cubbies and Cubs, Reds or Reddies?
It's the Chicago Cubs. That's my answer. Book
Okay.
it right now.
I got
Okay,
you.
I'll go with Hank on that one because I don't know.
And
Yeah, I'll make it
yep,
3.
Cubs and Cubbies.
I'm safe.
Denny, where did Doc get the plutonium from? The Iranians or the Libyans?
The Iranians.
The Iranians. Jeff?
Libyans. Did I say that right?
Yeah, the Libyans.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Denny.
And the Libyans got the Iranians.
I don't know anything. I'm just. I haven't seen Back to the
I'm
Future probably 20
I'm
years.
trying to get up on Jeff.
What did Old Man Peabody, this is the guy that shot the when he landed on the first movie, actually shoot when he was aiming at Marty in the DeLorean?
What
The Scarecrow or the mailbox? When he was leaving
I think I might actually know this one.
when he was leaving the barn, Hank, the mailbox or the Scarecrow?
When he was leaving the barn?
Mhm.
Oh, so it's a Scarecrow.
Okay. And Jeff?
Mailbox.
And Denny?
Yeah, I actually legitimately think I might know this one as the mailbox.
It is the mailbox.
I hate all of you.
Hey, you're winning the bracket. Just shut up.
That was the first question that wasn't a legit coin toss. for me.
I'm winning March Madness.
Yeah.
And here we go, the last one. How did George hurt his back? On the golf course or walking from the cafe? Hank?
Golf course.
Denny?
Cafe. I'll be contrarian because I don't have any idea.
Jeff?
Golf course.
Cafe.
Oh!
Are you kidding me?
Craig gets one.
And that was the end of the show. And the winner is?
Definitely Jeff.
Definitely Jeff.
Jeff. One more time you won.
Definitely Jeff.
That's great. Those games are fun.
Yes.
It's fun when you win.
It's fun when you've seen the movie in the last 20 years.
I've seen it.
Yikes.
I've seen it like almost every other week.
You get so bent out of shape too, Hank.
I'm not been out of shape.
Look at him.
Hey, you know
I'm
that
smiling.
It's a fake smile.
since we're talking about the March Madness, you guys see this?
Oh, yeah. Let's see this. What's going on here?
This is NC State and Villanova.
Villanova.
Look at this one right here.
You don't the double L is not a Y sound in English.
She is crying because they lost. Now,
I mean,
here's the beauty. Here's the beauty part of this.
Way to play, champ.
This is the beauty. They started creating memes
of that girl.
Out of that girl,
Oh,
and look
man.
what they did. They got some good shots. And I'm talking about. They got some good shots. They got that one, and oh my goodness, they got some amazing shots. And
I just picture the. That's funny.
I gotta say, they're trying to
Oh,
reach,
man.
a comment from her, but they're not. They're not.
Who would you respond?
I just.
I never did.
I was just trying to. I'm trying to imagine the drum major just being like, that girl just like sitting there, just like she just doesn't want to play. And they're like, "You have to play. We have to finish the game." And she's like, "But
here's
this is the best picture. I'm sorry, but this is the best out of all.
But here's the big question. The big question is, do you think she was crying because they lost, or she's crying because she can't play the flute anymore because they're not going farther into the tournament?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
I bet she was crying because she's not being able to play the flute anymore.
Where were they supposed to go for the Sweet 16? And where was that bracket? Like, was it somewhere cool? Because that could be like she may have had like this grand plan of going to
wherever, somewhere
cool.
Miami or New Orleans or wherever.
And the question is, was she a senior? Because she knew that was the last time she was playing that flute.
That could be it too. What if she had a boyfriend on the team?
That could not be it.
That could not be it. That could not be it. After that video, no, there's nope. After that video, nope.
Because I brought those theories, because I did that when I was a senior in high school. My last basketball game, I cried because I knew I was not going to go further.
Well, the chat room is saying, and our bossy, she said she could be remembering that one time at band camp.
Bossy, bringing it all in. Wow. That is funny, though, man. I love when that stuff happens on the internet. Like, something happens
She
and
blew
everybody
up
does their own
like
pictures
real
with
quick.
it. Oh, yeah. I didn't even know that was going on. I feel so bad I haven't watched any of the
It was like
basketball.
that kid on Vine who like kept like throwing the basketball into his face. You remember that kid, Chris?
Which one?
The kid that they suspected was on crack cocaine because he was like bounce the basketball and hit himself in the face with it. Yeah, like that kid blew up for no reason.
Social media sucks because, golly, just think if you were ever in a situation like that, you're going through something and you just express an emotion and you just get hit on TV with it. It's just all over for you.
I would imagine that it would just be like you probably would never catch on to it, and then you would like I would just picture it being like, oh yeah, I like logged onto Twitter later that night, and then it's just like my timeline is like full of like pictures of me, and then I look over and on the trending session there's like this hashtag like.
And the funny thing about it is like the camera shot. The camera shot is literally like right there. It's like they had it on her.
Are cameramen that bitter? Because they always seem to get
the
oddest shots. Get it, cut to that shot. She's crying.
Oh, that's the shot we want to take on national television.
Did you see that one where we got to go in a minute? But did you guys see that one a couple weeks ago? Like Dwight Howard, it plays for the Houston Rockets. He was sitting on the bench. He's been injured, and he just reached over and grabbed one of his teammates. Thingamajigger.
I did see that actually.
And all the captions went on with that. That was funny too. Anyways, I thought it was funny. A lot of pictures that we just saw.
I saw. I'll tell you after the show. I'll tell you about another one I saw.
Oh, okay. I think that wraps up the show today.
I think it does.
1 minute to go.
Kind of a slow Monday, but we got Monday under the belt.
How much serious stuff did we talk about on Serious Monday?
Don't ever play the flute and cry at the same time. And always make sure
you're asking for it on Twitter.
And always make sure you win. Because I don't know who told you that in life, Hank, but it's not how life works. I know you get upset because you don't win.
I've never been upset because I lost a game to you. No offense.
I've got to show you on playback some of your facial expressions.
Okay.
They get pretty nasty.
Yeah. All right. All right. Till tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. Pre-show at 12:30. Live show. Well, I guess it's all live. 12:30 pre-show. 1 p.m. show. And we'll be back doing it here. JeffAdamsShow.tv.